ABC News.
Sadly and ironically, that tragedy falls on the World Day of Remembrance for those who have been hit by vehicles.
Throughout the country and right here in Idaho, events were held to remember those who have died in car crashes. Our Katya Stepovic spent the day at the state capitol where dozens gathered on this somber day. Katya, you spoke to survivors themselves. What do they have to say about today?
Well, Mark and Kim, there were several chilling stories, as you can imagine, and some of our viewers may remember a miracle story that we first shared 6 years ago. 5-year-old Maximo Wyatt was hit and dragged 40 feet by a minivan, and although he deals with some lingering implications, it's not stopping him from doing everything he can to make sure what happened to him doesn't happen to anyone else.
Display shows the last 5 years of statistics of pedestrian and bicycling fatalities and serious injuries. Every bicycle wheel and shoe that you see here represents an Idahoan that's no longer with us today.
In 2020, there was a 24% spike in the rate of traffic deaths. Idaho alone saw 336 crashes involving pedestrians and bicyclists.
It was a gift from a friend of mine.
Maximo Wyatt looks back on his near-death experience after being hit and dragged by a minivan 6 years ago. At just 5 years old, he went through 13 surgeries and 2.5 months in a hospital.
I can't remember at the moment what caused her to accelerate, but I can be grateful for that moment because that moment has given me a lot.
While he's grateful to be alive, he says today isn't for him. It's for those who couldn't be here.
I know what they felt, except for the part where they died, of course. I also know what it's like to have to lose people, because I have lost people.
The Idaho Walk Bike Alliance and street safety advocates took to the podium, calling on Idaho transportation agencies to adopt a Vision Zero, meaning that no death should be tolerable on Idaho roads.
We really feel like we're the lucky ones, despite how challenging what we've been through in the last 6 years with Max's recovery. But you know, we still get to sit down at the dinner table with him every single night, and there's a lot of Idaho families that don't get to say the same. They've got an empty chair at their table. And so this is a day for them.
Advocates also called on Idaho State Police to replace the word accident with crash.
The word accident shouldn't be used. You should probably say crash because it could be prevented.
Maximo takes antibiotics daily, deals with mental trauma, and is forced to face the past with 15% of his body still scarred from road rash. But that doesn't stop the Wyatts from trying to make Idaho's roads safer for the next biker.
I have a tree house in my front yard. I have some pretty good friends that I wouldn't have met if I didn't get hit. And it isn't all bad, is what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, pretty amazing kid and an amazing story. And if you would like to donate or support the nonprofit Idaho Walk Bike Alliance, there's a link on our website, ktvb.com. Mark, Kim.
There's so many remnants of these accidents and crashes that we've reported on in the past. There's a ghost bike on State Street that remains there as a memorial on Hill Road as well. So yeah, let's start calling them crashes.
And get off your phones, people. Get off your phones and pay attention, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Katya,
thanks.
thank you.
Wow.